And we will tell you about the big NDTV impact on the killer cough syrup. Well, in the latest, the owner of the Tamil Nadu-based pharmaceuticals company that manufactured the Coldrif cough syrup linked to dozens of children's deaths in several states, he has now been arrested. We're talking about Ranganathan Govindan. He had been on the run since the cough syrup tragedy took place. Now, Ranganathan, who owns Sresan Pharma, was arrested in Chennai by Madhya Pradesh police. Ranganathan is charged with adulteration, culpable homicide not amounting to murder, and endangering the safety of children. The Tamil Nadu health minister, in a belated move, has said that the license of the pharma company will be permanently cancelled. The arrest comes in the shadow of the recent tragedy in Madhya Pradesh, Chennai, where at least 20 children died after being administered a cough syrup suspected to be contaminated. Well, investigations have focused on Coldrif, a brand produced by Sresan Pharmaceuticals in Tamil Nadu, which has now been shut. 4 children have also died in neighbouring Rajasthan right now. Well, meanwhile, the Tamil Nadu government has acted against the pharma company that was manufacturing a deadly cough syrup. And well, to talk more on this, I have my colleague Sam Daniel joining me live from Chennai. Sam, get us up to speed with what is happening in Tamil Nadu. What we know so far is that the owner of the Tamil Nadu-based pharma company that manufactured this Coldrif syrup has now been arrested and nabbed.
Two major developments. One, the Madhya Pradesh police has arrested the owner of this particular Sresan Pharma manufacturing plant outside Chennai at Kanchipuram district of Tamil Nadu. They have booked him for adulteration and culpable homicide not amounting to murder. And as we speak now, the police have taken him to the court to obtain a transit permit so that he can be taken to Madhya Pradesh for interrogation. Meanwhile, heads have started rolling in Tamil Nadu. The health department has suspended 2 senior drug inspectors for their failure to periodically monitor and review this particular plant. In fact, this plant looks like, with no sense of basic hygiene, doesn't look like a plant that would produce pharmaceutical products, and so many violations. Authorities say there are as many 300 lapses as such, and they're going to order a probe. To begin with, authorities have stopped production immediately, and now based on the response after the interrogation, based on his response for the show cause notice, they would also, the minister has said, order permanent closure of this particular plant. But this certainly raises several questions. Not long ago, pharmaceutical products from India were banned by the World Health Organization after loss of lives both in the US and in a few African countries. At that time, there was a thorough probe. One such pharma plant was in Chennai at that time, and both the state and central governments had put in place a thorough mechanism to make sure quality checks would be as per the standards required, and quality control measures will make sure these kind of things do not happen. But now, Tamil Nadu government has suspended 2 senior drug inspectors, raising several questions about the protocol in place to ensure quality checks and periodical review of these plants. Tough questions, no answers, 20 lives lost as we speak now.
Right, Sam. Thanks for getting us the latest from Chennai. All right, let's now take you through the 3 big takeaways of NDTV's impact coverage on the killer cough syrup. Number 1, the pharma co-boss has been arrested. Now, the owner of the Tamil Nadu-based pharmaceuticals company that manufactured this Coldrif cough syrup linked to dozens of deaths in India has now been arrested. Moving on to impact number 2. After the owner was arrested, the Tamil Nadu factory has also been shut down. Moving on to the third impact of NDTV's continuous coverage of the cough syrup is that As we speak, there is a nationwide probe which is underway after at least 20 kids below the age of 5 were killed after consuming this deadly Coldrif cough syrup. Let's also listen into some reactions coming in at this point of time.
जहरीली दवाई के आधार पर जो बच्चों की दुखद मृत्यु हुई या वो बीमार हुए, इसके खिलाफ हमने तुरंत एसआईटी का गठन किया था और आज मुझे जानकारी दी गई कि हमारी पुलिस ने न केवल तमिलनाडु के अंदर उस दवा निर्माता को पकड़ा है, दबोचा है, ये बात वो बताती है, जिसके कारण से हमारी सरकार इन कामों के कारण जानी जाती है जो दक्षता के आधार पर होते हैं। दोषी कोई भी हो, हमारी सरकार उसको छोड़ेगी नहीं।
जो एसआईटी जो यहाँ से गई थी छिंदवाड़ा से, उसके द्वारा जो श्रीशान फार्मास्यूटिकल्स के जो मालिक हैं रंगराजन, उनको जो है लेट नाइट उनको जो है राउंड अप किया गया और उनकी अरेस्टिंग की गई है। जो प्रक्रिया है उसके आगे के उनका मेडिकल और बाकी की जो कार्रवाई है वो चेन्नई से करके उनको फिर यहाँ लाया जाएगा।
And well, for more on this, my colleague Anurag is joining me live from Bhopal. I'm also being joined by Harsha from Jaipur. Anurag, first to you, the perhaps death toll in Bhopal has also increased. We just heard the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh asserting that no one will escape. Get us up to speed with what's happening right now in Bhopal.
See, 20 deaths in Chhindwara, 1 in Pandhurna and 2 in Betul. But the government has yet to add those 3 deaths from Betul and Pandhurna in that official list. But our sources have confirmed. So there are 23 children who have died in this unfortunate tragedy. The Chief Minister himself visited few of the parents in Nagpur today, and he assured that strict action will be taken. But I just wanted to tell you that on 1st of October, I myself interviewed the Chief Minister. I told him about this tragedy, and the government also, the local corporator in Parasia, the hospital owner from Nagpur, Kalas hospital owner, he called him up on 19th of September. He said that there is some suspicious about these deaths. Till 29th, 10 children died in different hospitals in Nagpur, and the Metro Surveillance Unit of Nagpur alerted Madhya Pradesh government, and the Chhindwara administration there banned the cough syrup on 29th. But then on 1st of October, the Madhya Pradesh government written a letter to the Tamil Nadu government. They banned the cough syrup in 24 to 48 hours, and then Madhya Pradesh registered an FIR on 4th of October, and after that only 5th of October, a team from Parasia, led by the SDOP Parasia, as well as female constable, drug inspectors and cyber experts, they arrived there in Chennai along with the Ashokanagar police station. They kept a track of everything, the vehicles owned by Ranganathan, his official premises, banking transaction, everything. And then around in a midnight operation, a dramatic operation, he was arrested, and now they have also taken the production records as well as CCTV recordings and few other documents from the official premises there in Kanchipuram.
Right, Anurag. Thanks again. His latest there from Bhopal. I'm also being joined by Harsha, who's joining me live from Jaipur. Harsha, in Rajasthan, officials have suspended a drug controller and, of course, banned the sale of this Coldrif cough syrup after at least 4 children died in Rajasthan as well. Get us up to speed on that.
Well, yes, absolutely. Dextromethorphan hydrobromide actually is the killer syrup, and it was being made by Sresan Pharma. So a team from the Health Ministry from Delhi was also here. They were in the premises of Sresan Pharma. And of course, the government said that the Sresan Pharma dextromethorphan hydrobromide, which was widely available in government dispensaries, was actually not responsible for causing these deaths. So ironically, in Rajasthan, the government is still refusing to accept that these deaths were caused by that cough syrup. But at the same time, they have banned all drugs supplied by Sresan Pharma. In fact, not just dextromethorphan hydrobromide, but all 19 drugs that they were supplying under the Chief Minister's free medicine scheme. Secondly, what they've done is they've realized rather belatedly that this cough syrup should not be given to young children. So they are training ANMs, health workers, and also pharmacists at government hospitals and dispensaries that they should not actually give this cough syrup to children below 2 years. Of course, the cough syrup has been completely withdrawn now from all government dispensaries and from big hospitals. But really what went wrong? That is something the government needs to look at, and they also need to train health workers as to how much dose you can give small children. Now, clearly this should not have been given to small children. There were no guidelines. The government's argument is that this was not written in the prescription. But every patient who goes to a government dispensary knows that when they go to the doctor and the doctor writes cough syrup, he assumes that whatever is available in the dispensary is what will be given to them. So that is what was happening in Rajasthan on the ground. The government has been alerted to that, but it's ironical that they're still not accepting that these 4 deaths are due to dextromethorphan hydrobromide.
But absolutely, Harsha, because the Coldrif cough syrup contained at least 48% of DAG, which is extremely harmful and lethal. But thank you, Harsha and Anurag, for joining me here on NDTV with your insights. All right, we have some more breaking news coming in this story. More revelations in the killer cough syrup case. Massive violations at the cough syrup plant. That's what the sources claim. 364 violations at the Sresan plant. Sources also say that the Pharma unit's audit to be done. And that's the news coming in as NDTV continues to track this killer cough syrup Coldrif. The revelations now claim that there were massive violations at the cough syrup plant. Sources claim that 364 violations took place at the Sresan plant, which is of course now been shut, and its owner in Tamil Nadu has been arrested. These are some of the revelations which were also made during the CDSCO briefing. Well, to talk more on this, my colleague Tanushka is now joining me live. Tanushka, you were there during the CDSCO briefing on cough syrup, where there are some revelations being made that there were violations at the cough syrup plant. Get us up to speed on that.
Well, this was not, exactly a briefing. As per sources, what we've been given to understand is that the drug regulator, CDSCO, will be carrying out a nationwide, crackdown and audit on all of these manufacturers, manufacturing units of cough syrups. So this is a center and state joint action that they will be taking at this point to ensure that all of this, product safety is ensured, which means that up until now, these lapses which have happened with respect to labeling on these cough syrups not being there and exact mentioning not being there as well. So this would be, taken into consideration now, and quality compliance will also happen now. Sources have said that an official notice with respect to this will come in the next 10 days. According to CDSCO sources, we also understand that a joint inspection will happen of the center and state drug regulators. So both of these drug regulators will come into play and go about samples. Going back a little bit now with respect to the 19 samples that were taken from Madhya Pradesh, out of which 3 failed the DEG quality tests. This was Respi Fresh, Relife and Coldrif. So thereafter, all 6 samples were also tested by the CDSCO but found clear of DEG, that is diethylene glycol. And the same evening, the Tamil Nadu FDA found DEG in the same batch of samples that was taken over. So Madhya Pradesh FDA also later on found DEG in the same batch. We've also been given to understand that the license of Sresan Pharmaceuticals, this is the unit in Kanchipuram which has been cancelled of its license, was given its license in 2011 by state regulator. Right. CDSCO did not give them the license or the renewal either. In fact, we understand from our sources that CDSCO did not even know this company existed. And thereafter, 364 violations have been found at the Sresan Pharmaceuticals unit, among which 38 violations are critical of nature. So at this point, the whole roundup is that a nationwide audit is going to be carried out on cough syrups. Back to you.
Right, absolutely, Tanushka. Just to add to that, the directive issued, like you mentioned, by the DGCI also says they rather ask all the states and the union territories to follow the protocols and to ensure that such a mayhem does not take place in the future. But thanks so much for getting us the latest on that. That was Tanushka Datta joining me live from New Delhi.